With The Rock confirming talks for a WrestleMania match and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Discussing the idea that he has not received a prolonged singles push in WWE, Montez Ford told the MMA Hour, "I think it's just time. Everything is time. Everything is time. One of the main things I always make sure of, no matter what happens, is that I'm ready. At any given time, it can be time to go. One of the main things I always make sure of is that I'm ready. I've been ready since I was young, holding up all these WWE championships as a kid, saying, this is going to happen one day. It's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I've always manifested that, and I know once the ball gets put in my court, I'm scoring. I'm doing Wilt Chamberlain numbers. No, I think it's more of not impatience, but more motivation. It literally lights a fire within me every time she does something. That's amazing. I'm so amped up about it, and it gives me motivation to push the bar and the envelope even more when it is time to do so. Every year, I'm always chipping off the negative things I don't need to do anymore in my life. So another year that it hasn't happened, then I start chipping away at things that I need to do away with. Whether it's making me advance in life or holding me down, I'm getting rid of everything that is negative, so the closer and closer for the time that it is to get there. I have no flaws. I have nothing holding me back, just always staying prepared for when the time happens. That's why I'm so calm. Explaining what made the Hurt Business work so well together, Shelton Benjamin said this on Kurt Angle's podcast. "We're actually friends, and we actually consult with each other. We actually joke with each other. So when they started having us work together, it was like work became really fun again because I was doing stuff with my friends. At the time of my career, when I was extremely frustrated, it came in as a breath of fresh air, and the fact that it was getting over despite not having a crowd." At the post-show media scrum for the Royal Rumble, Chief Content Officer for WWE Triple H would be asked about measures taken to ensure safety of employees and possible exploitation by those in power. As he said, "I'll give you the most generalized answer I can. Everything possible. That is a very important thing to us, a very important topic to us. It's as possible as everything possible. I did not. Cody mentioned it. We all found out real time when you were. That's the truth. I'll go back to what I said before. It's an amazing week for us. I don't even want to get bogged down in the negatives of it. I just want to focus on the positives and where we're going. We're at the most exciting time of the year for us and the most exciting point to me, business-wise, that we've ever had." Asked what knowledge he had when it came to the Vince McMahon allegations, Triple H replied, "What exactly do you expect me to do here? Look, we just had an amazing week. Just had a 10-year, $5 billion deal. Rock joining our board. We sold out the Royal Rumble. I choose to focus on the positive. Yes, there is a negative, but I just want to focus on that and keep it to that." Touching on her time in All Elite Wrestling, Jade Cargill, who made her in-ring debut for WWE during the Women's Royal Rumble match, told Denise Salcedo, "I felt like I would not have gotten a better start than in AEW. I think the veterans in the locker room prepared me for the grander stage at WWE. I got a great experience there being thrown into the water and being able to swim and survive. It prepared me for the big stage that WWE has." Speaking about a possible return to WWE for the Money in the Bank event in Toronto this year, Trish Stratus told Alex McCarthy of Inside the Ropes, "I always say if I can check all these boxes, if I can add something different, make something interesting with a unique approach to different characters, then I'll do it. I also say, as long as I can go 100%. I'm never going to come back and be like, listen, I'm going to do this, but I'm only at like 60%, so I'm going to do only like half my moves. I'm not going to do that. I want to give you 100%. I never know until I get in. If the call comes, I'll have to check those boxes. Can I still go? I'll get in the ring, I'll see where I'm at, and then see what the idea is. It's always about creative and making sure that it's something that will stratify the fans and be something exciting and different." When it comes to a recent contract development for an NJPW star, Yusuke Okamoto of Tokyo Sports said on X that Hiromu Takahashi, whose contract was renewed today, quickly left the office without responding to any interviews from the waiting press. I was the only one. That's all from the scene. Ah, wait a minute. This is a line from Hiromu-chan. I signed a contract. It's a contract. Takahashi is under contract. That's all from the scene. Asked if he felt left out due to him not having a match at the Royal Rumble, Big E said this to Denise Salcedo. No, I think it's really cool just to see the past couple years. As performers, we're so often in the mold of what's next. We're always thinking about our career, but the nice thing is, since I've been out, I've been able to just sit back and be a fan of people and see kind of the lay of the land. It's nice to be excited for people like Jade, for Liv coming back. Just so many of my favorite people. So for me, I don't have any weird feelings about not being in myself. It's just cool to root for my friends and people who I think are really talented. It's really cool. For me, honestly, it feels like a big reunion because I'm not on the road regularly. So a lot of the people that I've known for quite some time, I don't get to see all the time. So it's just nice, and especially for big events like this, for WrestleMania, when you see so many people you haven't seen in so long, it's just nice. We are in many ways a big traveling circus. So an opportunity for us to all get together again is really lovely. To do it just down the street from where I live, this is my community. I live in Land O'Lakes in the Tampa area, so it's been beautiful to see all the love and excitement just around my city. As she returned to WWE for the Women's Royal Rumble, Naomi is set to start appearing on programming, as Ringside News wrote that Naomi is re-signed with WWE and is expected to make her presence felt on the SmackDown brand, according to Fightful Select. Bringing up a potential match for Rhea Ripley at the Elimination Chamber event, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, I would probably say Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax for Australia. Taking to Instagram, Otis would reveal that his mother passed away, writing, "Rest now forever, where now there is no more pain. Because of you growing up, I've memorized every John Candy movie, introduced in Jam to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Stevie Nicks. Know all the horror classics watching with Carrie, Sissy. I know you were weirded out, me pursuing my dream as a wrestler, but I said to you, just something I have to do. Jason, sorry. I am you son. Tell great-grandma Cattle Kate Powers, I'll give her a run for her money in the ring up in heaven. See you down the road with you picking me up, jamming to Tracy Chapman fast car." With many speculating that CM Punk suffered an injury during the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match, as he could be seen holding his shoulder during and after the bout, Dave Meltzer has noted this on F4WOnline.com. His exact injury was unconfirmed by those in WWE, past many confirming the injury, and that as of right now the plan is to have him on the show from Tampa to address the nature of the injury. Within the WWE, the speculation was a torn triceps, but nobody close enough to the situation would confirm anything more than a significant injury to be addressed on the show. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful then said, there was an initial fear that he sustained an injury, but we've not confirmed that. Fightful's Corey Brennan was told that Punk waved off a doctor towards the end of the match. Ringside News added, it should be noted that during the match, Punk reportedly waved off a doctor towards the end, indicating that he might have been in discomfort or pain. As of now, it is expected that CM Punk will address the nature of his injury on the following WWE show in Tampa. Staying on the topic of CM Punk, it looks like his WrestleMania 40 match is now in jeopardy. As PW Insider said, CM Punk's dreams of headlining WrestleMania will likely not be realized this year. PWInsider.com can confirm that Punk is believed to have suffered a torn triceps during the Men's Royal Rumble match. The severity of the tear has not been confirmed, but Punk is believed to heading towards surgery after an appearance on tonight's Raw. Punk is in Tampa for the show. The belief among sources we have spoken with is that post-surgery, Punk would likely need in the area of 4 to 6 months of recovery and physical therapy. If correct, that would obviously put him out of WrestleMania as a wrestler, and if he gets the surgery within the next week, it likely means he wouldn't be able to return to the ring until this summer in a best case scenario. Explaining why he performs his infamous spot where he simply moves out of the way of a top rope move, Samoa Joe told Sports Illustrated, "As a small youth in my younger days, if I saw something large or very destructive coming toward me, it was only natural to step aside. It's not rocket science. The cavemen understood this too. If you see a rock coming toward you from the top of the hill, move a little to the left." Mentioning the issues that she faced in the lead up to her return during the Women's Royal Rumble match, Liv Morgan said this to Denise Salcedo: "It's been a journey for the last 6 months. It's been a fight. It's been a struggle. So to come back at the Royal Rumble at the coveted number 30 spot, I was very happy and I felt honored. Just happy to be back. Happy to be back doing what I love, doing my thing. Came really, really, really close, but I'm happy for Bayley nonetheless." Revealing that Jeff Hardy will be performing a concert during the weekend of WrestleMania 40, WrestleCon in Philadelphia wrote on X, "After the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show, Jeff Hardy will continue the party." Going over the backstage reaction to TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace and her performance in the Women's Royal Rumble match, Ringside News wrote that according to PW Insider, WWE and TNA collaborated on this surprising appearance, with WWE reaching out to TNA about Grace's involvement in the match. It is believed that this idea may have originated with Triple H within WWE. The agreement between the two promotions came together swiftly, driven by WWE's desire to create a surprising and outside-the-box moment for the fans. WWE had previously executed a similar concept a few years ago when Mickie James appeared in a WWE match while holding the Knockouts title. While there have been no official statements regarding future plans for Jordynne Grace in WWE, it was reported that her performance in the ring left a lasting impact and impressed many within the company. Additionally, it was revealed that the stars participating in the Women's Royal Rumble match were informed about Grace's involvement during rehearsals on Thursday before the event. Grace had also undergone the necessary physical and blood work requirements earlier in the week. WWE and TNA were described as easy to work with during the entire process, making this inter-promotional appearance a smooth collaboration. Revealing a goal she has for herself in 2024, former NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton said this to Denise Salcedo: "I would love to wrestle on another big premium live event, maybe something like SummerSlam. Bash in Berlin would be amazing. Honestly, I'm so grateful to even just be here and be in the Royal Rumble, and yeah, just continue to get better with every rep I get on TV." Asked about pursuing a career in acting down the line, WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther told Fightful, "I wouldn't think I'm a good actor. It would need to be a very specific role. I think that's what it would need to be. I could be a bodyguard for a Bond villain or be the Bond villain, maybe work myself up." Noting who he would have faced off against had he won the Men's Royal Rumble match, Pat McAfee said on his YouTube show, "A lot of people just assume I would go right at the big oos Roman Reigns. Nope, Seth Rollins. I'm coming at you, pal. I don't want to dance with Roman, and Seth has a knee injury. By the way, I don't deserve the opportunity, don't desire the opportunity. Would love to watch everything that takes place. You pick Seth because of the knee thing, but Cody wants to finish the Universal title story." Talking about being able to work with Shawn Michaels on NXT, Lola Vice told Denise Salcedo, "The best advice he's given to me is to be me. I don't have to do more. I don't have to do less. Be me. Be who I am truly, and that will come out with my character, which is what I do every week." Taking to X, former WWE star Ryback called out CM Punk following his performance in the Men's Royal Rumble match, writing, "When CM Punk comes in second in the Rumble, he is being a team player and helping the business. When I came in second, I was a failure and flopped according to the pathetic marks and dirt sheets. It's physical acting and there are no winners and losers." Follow me on TikTok at Ryback. Speaking about his singles run in WWE, Jey Uso said this to TNT Sports. "It's been pretty scary, cool, fun, all of the above. I didn't know how the people would embrace me. Are they going to like me, Us? Man, they might not like me. But lately, Us, I feel like they finally got behind your boy, and I can feel that energy every single Monday. The biggest difference for me is the traveling part of my job. I travel alone now, when I'm usually with my twin brother all these years, or even with Solo for the last year and a half. Now, it's just me navigating through the world alone." Reacting to the recent allegations against Vince McMahon, which led to him stepping down from his position as chairman of TKO, it was written on Nikki and Brie Garcia's X account, "We are shocked and disheartened with the recent allegations against members of the WWE. It has been a lot to process since we found out this past week, just as you all did. This is something we don't stand for or condone from anyone, no matter who they are. We want all women to feel safe and supported in the workplace and in their everyday lives." During AEW Collision, a cage match would be changed to an Escape the Cage match, according to Dave Meltzer, which saw FTR and Daniel Garcia face Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. As Meltzer himself said this in a clip posted by airgold_to X. Brody King responded to this writing, "Funny how someone's opinion just becomes fact because they've been watching wrestling a long time. The format and stipulation of the cage match was always what it was going to be. It's not our fault. The wording on the graphic changed." A user then wrote, "Dax in a backstage promo said, eliminate cage match if it was always meant to be, and escape the cage, have Dax redo the promo. It was clearly a pre-tape." Brody responded, "Ah yes, clearly a pre-tape. That's why they let Bossier City, Idaho fly. The promo was filmed live after a brawl. Please forgive Dax for not being perfectly composed while cutting it. Good try though, bud." Will Washington then said, "I usually don't comment on stuff like this, but before this idea spreads or gets out of hand, the wording change was just for clarity. It was absolutely escape rules when the first match graphic dropped." With Vince McMahon departing the TKO board of directors and his position as chairman, TKO has now submitted a filing regarding this, as it reads, "On January 26, 2024, Vincent K. McMahon notified the board of directors, the board of TKO Group Holdings Incorporated, TKO, of his resignation from his positions as executive chair and a member of the board, and any other positions, employment or otherwise, he has at TKO and its subsidiaries in each case, with immediate effect as of January 26, 2024. The statement that Vince McMahon released on January 26th was as follows: "I stand by my prior statement that Ms. Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth. I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name. However, out of respect for the WWE Universe, the extraordinary TKO business and its board members and shareholders, partners and constituents, and all of the employees and superstars who helped make WWE into the global leader it is today, I have decided to resign from my executive chairmanship and the TKO board of directors effective immediately." Addressing the possibility of a showdown between himself and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, The Rock said this on the Will Kane Show on Fox News. We're talking about that right now. I'd like to consider myself a long-time gamer and a builder, so the idea of going up against Roman and creating, if we were to do something like that, quite possibly, and I mean this respectfully of all the other WrestleManias before us, and keep in mind, Will, as you know, I was born into the wrestling business with my grandfather and my dad. My grandfather wrestled for Vince McMahon Sr. back when it was called the WWF. My dad came along in the 80s, Rocky Johnson, and here I come along. So I think with all the success and the buildup of all the WrestleManias in the past, if we were to do something like that, we could possibly put on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So the short answer and the long answer is we're figuring it out. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.